Time now for our Defending the First series, where we expose the enemies of the First Amendment, free expression, and free thought. Now, they've played a role in 54 victories in front of the Supreme Court and have defended families and marriage, but now they're being targeted by forces on the left in an effort to blunt their effectiveness. The Conservative Alliance Defending Freedom was targeted by this disgusting Billboard campaign in New York City's Times Square. Caleb Cade, a spokesman for the group behind the campaign, defended the smear, saying, quote, "We want to remind people that there are still really insidious forces at work against our community. ADF has been leading that war for a long time." Here now to respond, Jeremy Tedesco, senior counsel for Alliance Defending Freedom. Jeremy, I have a gay brother. I love him very much, so I didn't like that sign at all. I thought it was hideous. That was a group opposing your group. What's going on here?
Well, look, ADF, the sign's preposterous. ADF is the most successful, respected Supreme Court advocate in the country on First Amendment rights. We've won 9 cases in the last 7 years in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. And that's really only a snapshot of our work. We've also won 400 victories on college campuses, protecting students' free speech rights on campus. We defend churches all the time against discriminatory policies that exclude them from benefits and programs simply because they're religious churches, religious institutions. And so our work is broad in scope. We do a lot of great work. We protect everybody's freedom.
So your point in the cases involving the gay movement would be religious freedom cases? Is that right?
Yeah, those are religious freedom. They're really compelled speech cases. And, you know, their ad is completely misrepresents everything our cases are about.
But it's incendiary. They want to get people's attention, and look, they got mine.
Right. And our clients serve everyone. So the people we represent in those cases are creative professional clients. They serve everyone. They just can't create art promoting every message. And that's the most important thing. Jack Phillips, we just won his case at the Supreme Court as a cake artist. He declined to create a cake celebrating a same-sex marriage.
Would you represent a gay group if their First Amendment rights were being violated?
Well, absolutely. We support the rights of everybody. Our wins are wins for everybody.
They should know that.
Because, well, when we have represented gay clients, but we represent people from all faiths as well. And so it's really important to understand that when we win cases, we win them for everybody. The free speech and free exercise and conscience rights we protect are rights that we all benefit from.
The Southern Poverty Law Center figures in here because they've branded you a hate group. And they've put people like me and other conservative commentators on hit lists, which are really despicable, as anti-Muslim forces. It's just despicable things that they've done. And people hear Southern Poverty Law Center, they think, oh, that's the gold standard of civil rights organizations. And I think, sadly, that's not true. But I want to put up a graphic. They have a lot of money. Total assets, $477 million. Endowment, you see it there, $432. They do a big, as you told me during the break, they have big mail solicitations. They get a lot of money from that. But how are they involved here?
Well, this group, the Citizens for Transparency, actually a very secretive group. You really can't find anything about them.
That put up the sign.
Right, they put up the sign. They're just parroting the Southern Poverty Law Center's misinformation about us. The Southern Poverty Law Center has been discredited for decades by investigative journalists, charity watchdogs, commentators. What they do is they attack people who disagree with their far left
conservatives. It's an attempt to intimidate people.
Absolutely.
From expressing themselves. Like, we want more speech in this country. I like the fact that we have a First Amendment for people of all backgrounds, political backgrounds, religious, sexual orientation. Have your voice. Respect each other in your conversation. But the idea of intimidating people, especially, I know they're not going to intimidate you. You guys have had a pretty darn good record at the court.
They're not. And what we'd like this group to do is come out of the woodwork. Let's have a conversation. Let's debate the issues. Don't hide behind secrecy. Don't be anonymous. Come out and let's have a debate about the issues. We're happy to do that.
Well, it's great to have you on. Thanks so much, Jeremy.